Northern Territory.
So you're allowed strawberries here, you're not allowed strawberries there. Strawberries there, no strawberries.
I'm staying right here.
Oh, that's right.
I'm staying right here.
Quarantine.
No,
Really weird stuff.
I'm gonna
Anyway.
go. I'm gonna go get.
Whoa, COVID update. We got to wear masks, but obviously not in the car because that's a really bad look. Especially when you got a beard. It's not a good thing. Anyway. So we're in a car park.
Another one of my zinger spots.
Another zinger spot, but it's actually a boat ramp slash RV recreational park up area. It's massive. It's at we're at St Kilda Beach in South Australia.
Alright, COVID testing number 2. Today we're going for a drive-through one. And we recently learnt that the kids actually have to get tested too. So they're also getting done today.
Good, thanks, how are you?
Are you coming for the...
Yeah, I've got a second one so I can
Okay, Mark's
use
getting
that.
himself sorted now.
Yeah.
Alright, well done team. High fives. How was your first COVID swab?
Good.
Good.
Yeah. Well, it kind of tickled up the nose.
It did tickle, didn't it?
Yes.
Well done guys, you did a good job. Thumbs up.
Now the book is coming out.
So we just discovered after the day 1 swab, we got a phone call from South Australia. I probably could take this thing off. We got a photo.
Oh, contagious.
Shut up. We got a phone call from South Australia Health saying that the kids actually needed to be swabbed as well for day 1, day 5 and day 13. So it was already day 4 by then, so they just said start with day 5. So the kids have had their swab done. It's a little bit unclear. She said to me that it was, you know, all the directions were on there when we did our border passes, but it was, what it did say was that children are classed as the same immunisation status as adults, as their parents. So we just thought that just means that they can come in because they're classed as vaccinated. We hadn't really heard before that kids also get swabbed as well. So anyway, they're done now.
Long story short is that we had to do them, but we didn't realise.
But it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, they didn't
They're
care.
fine. South Australia Health said that was okay, that they just start with the day 5 one. So that's what we've done.
COVID test 5, day 5, done.
Yes.
Which is good, because we're all negative again.
Yes, we got our results back very quick, didn't we?
Yeah, the only good time to be negative is when you go for a COVID test.
Or a pregnancy test when you don't want to be pregnant.
Yeah, hindsight. Anyway, so
so
we're down heading towards, well, we're in the Yorke Peninsula, so we're heading, we went back up from Adelaide area. We were just cruising around there. We had to do a few things for the caravan and get the wheel alignments done, which were way out. Way out.
Hurry, Rafe.
So get your wheel alignments done on caravans if you've got independent suspension, because these have been out pretty much from when we got them and chewed a set of tyres out in under about 10,000 Ks. Absolute chewed out. Anyway, another story.
Don't worry about that.
It's in the past. Woosah. But it's a lesson and it's an expensive one, so get your wheel alignments done. Anyway, so we've done that. Now we're heading into the Yorke Peninsula. We're going to head south. We're going to go around the east coast of the Yorke Peninsula, do a bit of a loop around the boot, as they call it. So yeah, we'll check out the east coast.
I call it a leg.
A leg or a boot. I think Italy's the boot. Anyway, we're going the leg. We're going up the inside of the leg. That doesn't sound as good.
No.
Sounds sus.
We're going down to the back of the heel.
Back of the heel, and we're going to go up the inside.
And then we'll go to the toe, then we'll come up the shin.
How have we got a fly in here?
I don't know. Anyway, so we're doing that, but the weather is
Bit ordinary. It's a little bit rainy and overcast, so
yes.
we're not going to be seeing beautiful beaches. We're going to be seeing overcast beaches.
Well, we've got about 2 weeks down here, so we're hoping that, like, if we do this side, it's more of sightseeing, jetties, little towns, and then maybe when we come up the west side of the shin, it might be a little nicer.
Yeah.
Well, that's what we're hoping.
That's what we're hoping. So anyway, so we're doing that now. We just stayed at a free camp tonight. Just last night. The night just been. And it was alright. It's just off the side of the road. Nothing flash. But
Len something or other reserve. It was good. It did the job.
yeah, it's a flat bit of ground.
So yeah, you need to get a permit to come down here to camp.
Yes.
So there's lots of bush camps along the way. You get a permit. A 2-week permit is $100. So that then allows you to camp. So it's less than $10 a night then to stay in the campsites. Or you can try and find as many free camps as you like. But I reckon $100 for 14 nights of camping is pretty awesome.
Pretty good. Yeah.
You can get like a month, or you can get, you know, by day, or you can do it by a week one, whatever. So anyway, we'll do that. Haven't done that yet. We'll do that. Yeah. All right, let's head along our way. We don't really know where we're going, what we're doing, so we'll find out as we go along. And we'll take you along for the ride, and you'll find out too.
No.
All right, kids, where are we going?
Titty Witty Beach. Titty Witty Beach.
All right, so we're going to go check out a little place called Titty Witty Beach. We couldn't not go with a name like that.
Yeah, it's got beach in it, so you got to go check it out. It's got to be good.
And apparently there's lots of artwork on the
Stovey poles.
Stovey poles.
Which is, if you're not from South Australia, is the light pole.
Oh, yeah.
They call them a Stovey pole.
Look, here they are. I can see them. There's the artwork on the Stovey poles.
Power pole, sorry, not a light pole. Power pole.
They're kind of cool. And there is Titty Witty Beach.
Titty Witty. Afro. A Titty Witty Beach.
Nice looking beach.
A small.
The weather is just ordinary. And it's putting me off.
Well, it's not really, it's just not sunny.
It's cold.
It's cool and it's breezy. It's not like it's weighing down with rain.
No, it's not raining. That's the only thing. And it's not like hugely windy, but it's just cold. But anyway, must get over that and just try and enjoy the place.
Hey, Mummy. What
Yeah?
about my weather station? I can put windy on it.
You can. So yeah, this is Titty Witty Beach, which is actually quite cool.
Well, maybe
Nice houses, looking out to the ocean.
Windy on it.
Ari telling us all about his weather station.
Homeschool.
There you go. Lovely power poles. Stovey poles.
You got to be like a Radladian and Stovey poles. Very cool. Alright, so we're out here at Point Julia on the east coast of the Yorke Peninsula. Little camp, just it's a $10 a night camp. Just got the basics, toilets, all that sort of stuff, pretty good. There's not much in the town, it's just a nice little seaside town. It's got a jetty and things like that. We're just going to go for a bit of a walk down to there, have a look at the beachfront. It is a little bit chilly. Obviously you can tell Kate looks like she's about to go snowboarding or something. But
Thumbs on still.
but yeah, it's a little bit chilly. I think it's mainly obviously because it's overcast.
Yeah, bit of sunshine.
Not the best weather, but anyway, we're still gonna try and make
A
the sun
bit of
doesn't
sunshine
shine.
would be nice.
Hello.
A bit of sunshine will be
Hello,
nice.
Mummy.
Anyway, so we're going for a bit of a fang down there. We'll check it out. We made our way south from Port Julia and we're just having a bit of a check out of Port Vincent. There seems to be a lot of ports around the side, but anyway, it's a really nice little town. It's got a marina, so if you've got boating and all that sort of stuff, definitely good for you. It hasn't got a big jetty though, so we were looking at staying somewhere that has a jetty so that we can do a bit of crabbing and get the kids fishing off the jetty and that sort of stuff, but it hasn't got it here, so we're just going to keep shooting on to the next town. But yeah, check it out though, it's a real nice place. It's got IGA, it's got pub and caravan park, all that sort of stuff. So whereas where we just stayed at Port Julia, it had nothing. There was no shops, no nothing. It was just a little town.
So there's a caravan park here that's got the caravans right on the foreshore, which I think would be really cool if it was awesome weather.
Yeah, as you can see, the clouds are not too good. So
that's all right. It's supposed to fine up a bit over the next 2 days. So we're going down to another caravan park down at Stansbury. So that we're also going to be on the foreshore hopefully. But yeah, that's pretty cool there with that, and it's got a nice cute little town with lots of little shops and things. So it's definitely a cool place.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice place to stay.
And that's the thing we've found scattered all down this east coast, is that there's lots of little towns like every 20 or 30 k's. Some of them have absolutely nothing except like a real nice beach or a nice sort of like a jetty or something like that.
Most of them have jetties.
But no shops or anything like that. And then the next one you come to has got a lot of shops and things like that. So if you are after supplies, you can get them and stuff like that. But there's not many free camps though. So we're just sort of plotting our way down.
Right
yeah, just plotting our way down. But anyway, Port Vincent.
Yeah, very cool.
Not too bad.
Well, let's move on to where we're going to go.
Yeah.
Excellent. Minleton, that's where one of the breweries is. Maybe
Alright, we'll be going up there then.
Might be the cow. What's it called? What's a cowie?
Oh, what's a cowie?
Guys, look at your side. Is there something? Look.
Lots of these signs and pictures and stuff like that advertising the areas and on wiki camps have all got crappy weather.
All got what?
Crappy weather. You love your brake, don't you?
It's the trailer brakes, my darling. Do you want the caravan to stop or do you want us to just keep going?
They're GoProing.
Good. Then everyone can hear how much she whinges about the brakes.
Shush up.
And then when we need to change the brake pads out on the car because they're worn out, you complain about that. She's busting for a squirt. Look, she's like, gotta poo.
So this is Stansbury. We've just come in to stay here for the night, haven't we?
Yeah.
2 nights.
Just did the town tour. Took about half a minute, sorry. But it's a cute little town. Once again, it's got a big jetty, boat launching, friendly people. Everyone waves at you.
Yeah. It's nice. Got a nice foreshore down here, playground for the kids, a pub.
A pub, an IGA, just everything you need.
Just all the good stuff. So we're just going to go now and check into the caravan park, which hopefully we're going to be backing straight onto the beach. And we'll set up there, and then I think we're going to go hit the jetty this afternoon and do some crabbing and fishing. Alright, so we'll go check in and sort ourselves out.
Sounds good. while we're travelling along, we found a few things that are starting to come a bit loose and rattling around from going on corrugations and rough roads and things like that. And one of the things we found is these tables. Now how they're screwed into the ground or into the floor of the van isn't really that secure. So this one's starting to wobble around a little bit. I think just from obviously when we're travelling, it stays up. So obviously there's a fair bit of wiggle in it. So what I've done here, or what I'm going to do, if we take this adjuster off, and then you can lift this base up to see how it's secured. You can see that it's just screwed in there with like 10 builder screws that come loose and they pull out of the floor, because it's only plywood sort of thing, marine ply. So when you have a look at it, there's only about, I don't know, maybe 3 threads that actually hold on, because the floor's only 20 mil thick. So what we're going to do today, we're going to beef it up. We're going to nut and bolt it. So I drill through the floor, drill through the mount. I'm going to get Kate up top here. She's going to hold onto this and I'll climb under the van and we'll chuck a nut on it, a bit of Loctite or a bit of spring washer. So hopefully it doesn't come loose, because this is a bit annoying when you go to put your coffee on it and it falls off or gets knocked over. So just a bit of a heads up. Yeah, if you're getting things that are starting to rattle loose, you might need to go through, just beef things up, nut and bolt, a lot better than just a builder screw through some plywood. So I've already been under the van to see where these come through, because they do protrude through, and they put a little bit of silicone on the bottom so they don't leak. So I know that I'm not going to drill into any pipe work or anything like that underneath. So make sure if you're ever drilling into the holes into the floors, sorry, of these vans, make sure you jump underneath and have a look, because the last thing you want to do is drill through a gas line or a water line or power cable or something like that. So just jump underneath and you'll find pretty much where you got to drill through, because yeah, it's the last thing you want is to have to replace that sort of stuff, especially if you're in the middle of nowhere and you've got no water or gas or something like that. So I've checked underneath, these come through, nice clear spot. So I can pretty much just be drilling through. Might have to make these holes a tiny bit bigger, but at least I know there's nothing underneath it. And that's it. That's how deep it is. And then that will go in there perfectly. Do that 6 times and it should be a good thing. Alright, so now that we've drilled all the holes out, we've cleaned up a bit of the mess there. Okay, did. Just going to put these bolts through. So I'm pretty much just going to put a little bit I'll run them through and then put a little bit of silicone on the underside when I get under there, and then put the nut on, and that's it. Tighten her up and she should be good. You tighten.
Okay.
Lefty loosey, righty tighty.
Go on, under you go. At least you got a pad under there.
Yeah. Alright, so we've got all 6 bolts tightened down now, and 1,000 times better. I mean, it's still going to it still wobbles a bit because it's a post with a table on the top, but it's definitely going to hold it down a lot better than what those screws were. So good tip for trying to corrugate proof your van, I suppose. Well, that's Stansbury. Stansbury?
Stansbury.
What a cool little town.
Nice spot.
Yeah, went out for dinner last night to the Dalrymple pub. Spot on.
Yeah, that was the best feed of fish and chips I've ever had.
Wow, big call.
It's a big call. It was whiting, King George whiting.
King George whiting, caught locally.
Yeah, delicious.
And the wind's picked up again. Always when I get to go for a wind picks up.
So can you see our little spot behind us here where we're camped up? You can see the van there.
Yeah, that's that. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's a cute little town. Nice beaches. Your kids can run around in. It's playgrounds for the kids. Lots of stuff to have a look at and do. The jetty's pretty cool. If you got a boat, they've got a big boat ramp here too, so you can go out and catch fish. We did a bit of crabbing, just for a bit of fun. The kids love it. We didn't catch anything you can keep and eat. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, well, it's still fun doing it, and it's fun because the way they do it is that you just throw your pot over, pull it up every 15 minutes or so, so it gave them something to do.
Yeah, and they're not like how we used to do it in Queensland. There's a different thing where you put it in, wait 12 hours and come back and get it after the tides go in and out. But this is just like throw it off, pull it up, and you're all good.
And they got a few little ones.
Yeah, people were catching crabs, so yeah. But anyway, cheers to Dalrymple.
Dalrymple?
Dalrymple, the pub.
Well,
that was awesome. I don't care what town we're in.
What's the highlight of your trip?
I don't care what town we're in. That pub was awesome. Really good. So cheers to Stansbury.
Yeah, very cool.
Get into it.
Cheers.
Check out your local towns, little towns. Still haven't got any fish.
You haven't tried?
We were trying on the jetty.
You haven't tried yet? You weren't. You were trying for squid on the jetty.
Didn't get squid either.
Yeah.
Now,
Get your rod out. Fish here.
I'll get my rod out in public.
Oh, lordy. So, we're trying our hand at some crabbing today, a very different style. We've been sitting here at the Caravan park watching people out here with rakes the last few days, and they rake sort of the sandy areas around the weed, and apparently the sand crabs get stuck in the rake and they come up and you can grab them. So we've trudged our way out through this weedy stuff, which was a lot deeper than we thought, and we've come out to the sandy patch and we're hoping to find a crab.
And Mum.
So here's our little spot up here. So this is how fun it is trudging through this. Oh! Get a little bit stuck.
No one walking sand. Why?
Turn around and come back. So the saying in too deep or well over your head comes out here. Look how squishy that ground is.
You think you're going to get perches on it and then you're like...
Oh no, that's just all weed.
There's a nice sandy spot out there.
And then you hit the squishy bits and down you go.
Can we be crab, Mum? Look who caught a crab. Not me. Her.
Let's have a look.
It looks sizable, like very, very sizable.
Just hold it still.
Ooh. Wow. Wow.
It's waving to us. Hello. So what we got? Oh.
Is it a keep? It's sizable.
Yeah, by like half a mil. We got a crab.
Ooh, are we going to keep him? Are we going to keep him?
Might as well have a bit of crab for dinner.
Yeah.
Good work, Mummy.
Put him in
There's
the
got to be an
bucket.
easier way of doing that.
Yeah, different tides, I think.
Eat this way. Put it in the bucket.
Alright, in the bucket.
And he's lost one claw, so we're even one claw short.
Come on, Rafe.
Well, just need about another 12 of them.
That'll be good.
Whoa, Rafe, you wouldn't want to
Good work,
hold
Mum.
that.
So I think they are in the side bits. That's where he ran, straight into the side bit.
Yeah, right.
We have no idea what we're doing, do we?
Nah. we're having fun. So the kids desperately wanted to keep this crab, even though we're like, it's only one crab, let's just throw it back. But turns out it lost its one of its nippers anyway, so it probably wouldn't last that long out in the wild. But anyway, so we're gonna chuck her in the pot. We've got it on there cooking. And Rafie's he's the one who wants to put it in, so we're gonna get him to chuck it in. Yeah, it's just mainly so the kids can have a taste, because I don't think they've really had fresh crab before.
Put this big sucker in.
Yeah, we'll put him in.
Alright. In he goes. Put him in.
Ooh, it turned red. Can you pass me that over, Mum? How does it turn? Why does it turn red right after you put it in?
So it's cooking.
It's cooking.
Yummo. Alright, so we've popped her into the cold water. Let that sit for a few minutes. We'll break it up. Get our crab. And we're just going to chuck it in the fridge for a bit, and we're going to go away and do some things. Then we'll come back and have a bit of a crab tasting this afternoon. Should be good. So we've travelled a bit further south now from where we were. Alright, so travelling a bit further south from where we were at Stansbury, and we've made it down into the Innes National Park. So we've camped up at the Stenhouse Bay campground.
Beaches are pretty spectacular.
Yeah, it actually got sand.
Yeah.
Proper sand. Gotta start with not alright.
Will you start then?
I know, but like I do the same thing. I go, okay, so.
That's the thing.
Alright.
Hurry up, Mum.
Like some people go, radio folks.
Okay. Radio folks.
Let's do it.
Let's roll. And the breeze has picked up again. Every time we get this thing out, the breeze picks up.
True that.
I'd love me at the
Hey, suckers!
yacht racing. What are they? Sydney to Hobart.
Oh, yeah,
Gotta lock the chuck on too.